everybody, it's Apex Hunter. Welcome to the channel. We have another online championship, round 3 of the Nations Cup here on GT Sport at Monza in the Red Bull Junior Group X car. As you can see, we are on the grid, or at least first, hoping to keep that the same here in qualifying. So let's see what we can do. Here we are at qualifying. We're gonna let some cars go out to get our own little gap here in clean air. Lots of cars. Only 10 minutes though. And high tire wear, so I think odds are we're only gonna get one stab at it, so we need to make it count. And if you guys don't know, I'm currently running the Thrustmaster T300 Alcantara Edition with T3PA Pro Pedals. Some people have much more extensive equipment list. That's all I got, but it is more than enough. It is, in my opinion, a great piece made by Thrustmaster. Also, you can see we have a nice Toro Rosso F1-esque livery. Instead of the Red Bull logos, instead of the bull, we got Puma on board, because that is what Gran Turismo supplies. So we're gonna run it. Building up speed out of Parabolica into 5th gear, checking over our settings. It's all in the right order. Starting our flying lap now. Find top gear, nobody around us, good bit of clean track. Let's find our braking zone for turn 1. Not a bad run through the first chicane. Let's hope we can stay in clean air, no traffic. This car is all over. Will we make it well through the second chicane into the Lesmos? Solid run. Solid run out of the second Lesmo, closing in on some traffic. That might help with slipstream as long as we don't get held up in the last few corners here. But slipstream to the line would be a help. I think we are going to have some slipstream now on to the back straightaway with just one corner to go to see where we go on the board for qualifying. Missed the apex slightly, but we get a very nice run, and now we've got a nice slipstream out of the corner. This is perfect. You couldn't ask for anything better. We've got a huge slipstream. Where do we go on the board? It's a slow lap at a 1:51.6. We're going to carry on for another lap, I think. Definitely carry on for another lap, or dive into the pits for a new set of black ones. We have provisional pole at the moment, but I am not happy with that lap at all. I've gone about 3 seconds faster than that in practice. So if this lap isn't very good, I'll definitely dive into the pits, because we should have time to get one more lap in if we hurry. That guy got in our way. No! And we're actually not gonna, I just realized we are not gonna have time to get in the pits. So I'm gonna bail out of this and find some clean air. We've got good tires still, so I'm gonna let all these guys go by to make one more stab at it. Good run. Start our next lap. And now we can afford to really go for it to get some more time. Everybody else has to respond to us. We can afford to be the aggressor on this flying lap. Send it into turn 1. over the track. No. I really hope that doesn't cost us pole. But somebody went off and destroyed the tires. And it just stopped our car dead. So that's our time. And we have to hope and pray that it will stand for pole. That is second place. That is the man who's trying to beat us. We'll stay out of his way because I want to win this on merit. He just got a penalty. He cut the chicane or something, so that lap time will definitely be invalidated. He's bailed out of it. Second place improves, but not enough. 2 seconds, 1 second. There it is. Pole position. Not a good lap, but better than everybody else's. Another one for the channel. Let's go, baby. Let's go. The grid. Loading in. We have our Toro Rosso on pole position. There we are. Driver waiting. Ready to go. There's second place. Almost got pole, but we were just able to hold it by a tenth of a second. But hopefully we will be able to go consistently about a second a lap faster on new tires, at least in the race. Driver focused. The fake one, at least. Myself, not so much. We've got a standing start. I'm going to hold this baby wide open. Pretty even start, it looks like. I'm going to squeeze to the inside. We are side by side going into turn one. Who's going to brake latest? Little bit of contact by somebody behind us. We're going to hop the curb. Squeeze them out a little bit, but we do hold the lead of round 3 on the first lap through the first chicane, climbing through the gears now over 100 miles an hour onto the long sweeping right-hander into the second chicane. Very nice run. Exiting the Lesmos now. Already up to an 1/18 of a second gap. And my goal is to just break the draft, break the competition as quickly as I can, get away. Because everybody's got penalties. Lots of smack talk in the chatter list. It's going to be a vicious race behind us. Or around us if we don't get away. Tiny mistake through a Scari. But we're going to do little lifts now to manage risk. I don't want to be going off like I did in practice. Gap still at about 0.8 of a second. So he is getting a little bit of a slipstream off of us, I believe. Let's start to increase that margin even more now. Slightly sideways entering the Parabolica. Does cost us a little bit of time, but we have stretched out the margin to 1.5 seconds on this lap. Done a 51.7, which is about identical to our qualifying time. And that lap was full of mistakes. I was missing apexes. I want to be going a little bit quicker than I am now. 5 seconds margin over second place. Coming across the line to start lap 5. 7-second margin. All of our lap time is really consistent. Last 3 laps within about 0.2 of a second. Looking good. I'm going faster every single lap despite tire wear. Just getting used to the race, kind of settling back in. I felt a little bit tight at the start of the race, couldn't really get my groove, but now we're starting to find it a little bit. Just dipped into the 1-minute 50s. Coming into the pits this lap, and if you're wondering why I stretched it to lap 7 instead of getting the undercut at lap 6, it's because some people behind me will definitely pit at lap 7, and if I pit a lap earlier, I don't want to get caught up in traffic behind them. I just rather take the hit now and have clean air. No worries with lap traffic for the time being. Life is good at the front, let me tell you. Give a little lift through Ascari to avoid any possibilities of sideways action. The gap just keeps growing and growing. It's so nice to see. It's such a privilege to have a 16-second margin. Because in GT Sport, you're lucky to have a 2-second margin. Because it is such tight competitive racing. That's why you love it. So races like this really are ones to savor. Into the pits now for our one and only stop in this sprint race. Fueling, fueling, fueling. Slight overfill for the memes, and here we go. And it looks like some people might be going along. Yes, indeed. Seed Striker is going for a major overcut. Not sure how that's going to work for him. His tires will be very much dead on this lap. Little sideways for us coming out of there. Maybe cold tires. I don't know if that's modeled into the game or not. But anyways, now we emerge in second place, net first place, because obviously Seed Striker will have to pit and service his car for new tires and fuel. And we've got no need to rush and try and pass him. We can take it nice and easy. There's debris everywhere. Well, let's just compare old versus new tires through this corner. You just look at the obvious difference in grip. He misses the apex wide where we're just cruising, easily able to close in on him. Now with the help of slipstream, we'll be all over him going into Ascari, but I've got no need to make a move. I'm net 13 seconds up, so there's no reason for me to push this. You know, risk versus reward, so I'm going to just back out of it and follow him. Just try and keep up my momentum as much as I can. Use his slipstream to my advantage. But I've got no need to make a hasty pass, because I know he's going to dive into the pits in about 20 to 30 seconds. So we close in a little bit more into Parabolica, braking early to avoid any issues. He's going very sideways through there. We run a little bit wide. We're going to get his slipstream a little bit. Now into the front straight, and we emerge back into P1. Nobody around us once again. Life is good. Looks like being stuck behind Seed Striker did cost us a few seconds, but that's okay. As I said, losing a little bit of time to him was alright if it meant we could manage risk. Which we did indeed do. Scary, trying to set a decent lap time. Hopefully make it the fastest lap of the race. And then it's just chill mode for the next 4 laps. Just barely missed the apex through Parabolica. Let the car run wide because the game will allow you to do it. As long as you keep a couple tires on the green stuff. That lap's going to be a 50.5, 4/10 faster. Once again, starting to feel my rhythm, starting to get back in the groove. I will take that lap time very much. Starting our flying lap now, we have a 23-second margin. Once again, life is very, very good here at the front. And now we have a 24-second margin with just 1 corner to go. Parabolica. It's been a great race for us. Little flash of the lights, little preemptive celebration. Never recommended in sports, but we're feeling bold, so we're gonna do it. It has been a fantastic race. I'll say a flawless race for us. Starting on pole position, so many fastest laps, and here we are. We are gonna win round 3 of the Nations Cup here on GT Sport. Let's go. Pulling into victory lane. Our 19th win. Round 3. We are the champions. You know the song. I'm Apex Hunter. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.